Hey guys, this is Booligan with Airsoft Retreat, BooliganAirsoft.com and Airsoft Insider Magazine. Today, we're taking a look at a gun from Evike.com, the S&T PP-19 Bizon. Now, I'm probably mispronouncing that terribly, and that happens sometimes, but that's always the problem with foreign words and my complete and utter inability to say them. What is this thing? The real gun is a submachine gun. It is obviously based on the AKS platform. However, it is chambered in 9x18, which I believe is the 9mm Makarov round. This thing up front that looks a bit like a grenade launcher or a ridiculous giant flashlight is actually the magazine. And on the real gun, it is a cylindrical magazine. So the rounds are actually in a kind of spiral going up here. Now that gives it a good magazine capacity. The real gun holds a ton of rounds. For airsoft use, it gives you a really, really funky looking magazine. Now, this specific model comes with a mid-cap holding about 160 rounds. It is a full metal replica. You may recall Echo 1 has a very similar model to this, however that one has a fully polymer body. This one is full metal, and then using my magnet test, the magnet stuck to basically everything, the receiver, the top cover, pretty much everything on this. So it appears that it is at least made out of a mild grade steel. Inside you have a version 3 gearbox, fitted with fairly good components, so we'll be doing a full internal review on this in my written review. I generally don't do internal reviews on my video overviews. The gun does feature a side folding stock. However, I don't know if the angle on mine is wrong or if I'm missing some feature here. When you fold it to the side, it is supposed to lock on this little guy here. You're supposed to be able to kind of lock it, and there's a notch on the stock. But on my model, they're about a 1/4 inch off, and I can't flex it enough to get it locked on there. So I'm not sure if that is a defect with the entire line, or if that is just a defect with my particular model. But, as I said, I cannot lock this stock in the folded position. Your battery compartment is up here about in the upper portion of the receiver. I have my 11.1 volt Tenergy LiPo fitted in here, and it fits just fine. The only limitation is you are limited in your ability to manipulate the bolt when there's a battery in there, but really you only need to do that to access the hop-up, so it's more or less a set it and forget it kind of setup. How the magazine works. Magazine loads, everyone says these mags are really cumbersome to change. It's actually not too bad. It just requires a little practice. You push that forward and then pull it out. That's it. For a new mag, you've got these big hooks on the front, hook them there, and you're in business. Now carrying these mags, that's a whole different story. That is a royal pain in the butt, and you have to generally find special pouches for it. Spare mags are available, and my understanding is this will work with the Echo 1 Victor, I believe. I believe this will work with those high caps if you want to run high caps. Alternatively, like I said, 160 round mid cap works just fine. You have a side mount here for using AK style side mount optics if you so choose, and adjustable iron sights, and by adjustable you can move them up and down, and the front can be screwed and unscrewed. It doesn't appear that you can adjust this for windage, only elevation, so you're going to have to kind of walk your shots in if it's shooting a little squampus. Trigger response using my Tenergy 11.1 volt LiPo is pretty good. Rate of fire on full auto mode. Again, not terrible. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put this on the Chrono and see how it shoots, see what the velocity is at the end of this video. But overall, for $200, this gun's under $200, about $199 last time I checked. You have a full metal and appears to be steel again. SMG that obviously it has a version 3 gearbox, so whatever performance goals you want to hit with it, you can certainly do that. You want to set it up for high speed use? Sure. You want to set it up for high velocity use and tuck a long barrel in there and make some kind of weird dumb DMR out of it? I don't know that I can support that, but hey, you do you. Treat yourself. It's compatible with most AK parts, externally at least, mainly grips, optics, stocks and things like that. It uses a 74U style stock, so if you have something like like custom L stock or something like a buffer tube adapter, it will most likely work with minimal modifications. The muzzle, I haven't been able to get it off yet. It has a pin in it that is stuck pretty well in place, and I don't know how I could take this off without totally destroying the flash hider, and I don't have a spare flash hider for it yet, at least not one of the correct type, so I want to hold off on doing that. It should have threads underneath. Now this is S&T, so those threads are most likely 14mm positive, but really I'm not going to know until I take it off, because I've received recently some S&T guns that have 14mm negative threads. I don't know, we're not going to know until we take it off, but that'll probably be part of a full written review. Many thanks to Evike for sending this gun over. Again, available under $200, evike.com, and let's go ahead and let's see how it shoots on the Chrono. Be sure to check out the full review at Booligan Airsoft and Airsoft Retreat, and as always, thanks for watching.